I think it's time that we finish this game. Oh, it feels weird to be coming back to Angels. It has been a while since we've played it, and we've got a lot to unpack, I think. So I did some research today just to confirm that I've done everything that I need to get the real ending, or like the true ending, as it's called. I have, which is good. And I actually started up the game to check how many achievements in game I had, and I accidentally loaded up a save file from chapter 5, like right before we made the decision of who to take to the fireworks show, and it actually gave me the option for the true ending. So you can just jump right in and get the true ending, like wherever you're at in the game. But we're not going to do that because I kind of want a refresher on how the story works, and I'm sure that you all do as well. Let me just get my chords if... Whoa, hiccup. Let me just get my chords in order here before we get too far into this. So yeah, I guess we're gonna start a new game. This time, the only requirement, all you have to do to get the true ending is, I presume not do the bad ending options, so like, don't be a jerk. And you have to have all the characters, all the main characters, good endings. So that would be, and you know you've got them when they're on the title screen. So that would include Lorem, Remy, Anna, Bryce, and Adine. Those are the main characters that are counted, I think, for this. Lorem was a little iffy, but because he's not, you know, on the title screen, but I think he counts. I did him just to be safe. So we are, without further ado, going to just start up a hot new game here. Continue your journey, Diana. We're gonna finish it. Oh my god, that was really loud in my ears. Okay, so something that I found today in research is that the tarot cards do mean something. And it's actually kind of interesting. So let me actually have that pulled up as well. Because it's actually kind of cool. There's a wiki on... Okay, so we got Enlightenment. So if you have seen all the good endings or have seen the true ending, you always get this card. Okay, so that's the first time we've gotten that card because we haven't gotten the good endings before. He just blends in with the blue sky. Oh, that if he counts. Hi, Carrick. Welcome to the stream. The chat looks weird. The chat box is smaller on this one because I had to use... Let me see if I can... Oh, whoa. Let me see if I can make it a little bit bigger so it doesn't suck as much. Yeah, oh, this music. I love this music. There we go. Well, I guess that's a little bit better. It's cool. Anyways. It's gonna be a lot of reading today, and this game is pretty long, so my plan, at least right now, is to just go as far as I can tonight, and then keep going on Thursday. The only other thing I should say before starting is that there is a secret ending after this, but I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to get it, because I don't think I have enough achievements. By the way, have I heard about the prequel comic for this game? I have not. I am super interested in that. Please link me later. Maybe send it to me. I actually played this game. I was not one of the testers, but like I played this. I got a review copy of this game for Game Cola, the site that I work at. And I think I've said this before on the streams, but you know, it's been a while. So, this game was advertised as Hatful Boyfriend meets Zero Escape, and so my editor immediately sent it my way because he was like, "This is just for you," and I was like, "It is," and it is. It turns out I love this game. Okay, so I'm excited to do this again. Just move all my windows around. We're gonna be ready to go. All right. I woke from uneasy dreams looking at an unfamiliar ceiling. Just for a moment, I wondered where I was before the events of last night all came back to me. One of my gripes with this game is that it doesn't show you the beginning scene every single time, because I kind of forget what happened. But I can't delete my save data just to get it again. Carrick, have you played this game? Not a lot of people have. After a good stretch, I looked around the room illuminated by the sunlight coming in from the window. Outside in the distance, the portal I had emerged from proudly stood on the peak of a small hill. Getting ready, I noticed something lying on the table. It was the note Remy had left for me in case I needed anything. Along with his own home phone and work number, there were also some numbers for delivery of food and other necessities, as well as emergency and even janitorial services. He had certainly thought of everything, even though I now had to wonder what a dragon plumber might look like. You have? Ooh, who's your favorite? Oh, hello? My musings were interrupted when the doorbell rang. When I opened the door, I was met by another dragon. Sebastian! Oh. It's gonna be really long, but I promised that we were gonna do the thing and do all of it. So, we're gonna do all of it. Only because if I know I've had people come in, like, since, Angel started, because we started playing this game so long ago. So I want everyone to be able to have the chance to know the whole story. I think that would be nice. Does my stream look, like, really off? Annie and Remy? Oh, man, wait till Twy gets here. He's gonna fight you for Remy. Hello, you must be Diana. Bryce is my favorite, by the way. I'm Sebastian. I'll be your escort, or security, I suppose. Usually I work for the police, though. Nice to meet you. He seemed a lot smaller than Remy, and when he somewhat nervously extended his arm toward me, I noticed he apparently only walked on his hind legs, the two forelimbs instead having distinct arms, hands, and fingers. I don't know, I'm just gonna shake his hand. When I took his hand into mine to shake it gently, I could feel the individual bumps and scales on his rough skin. Nice to meet you too, Sebastian. So where are you taking me? Straight to business, eh? We're gonna visit the plant where they're making your generators. They have some news for you, or so I've heard. Reza will be there too. Reza. Sounds great. Just follow me. Woohoo! When we walked, I was under the impression that we were purposefully avoiding the busier parts of town, instead straying towards the edges and small alleys so as not to garner too much attention. Even then, we got the occasional stare. After just a couple of minutes, we arrived at our destination and we were met by Reza, as well as yet another dragon, a vicious-looking beast that didn't stay too close to him. Damn, son! He is just Reza. Does the game look really weird on the stream to you also? Because it doesn't look weird on my capture footage, but it does look weird on the stream. Let me see if I can mess with it a little bit and make it bigger. See if that'll help. Sorry. Maintenance. Maybe it's just me. Does it look okay? It looks like pixely. Sorry. It's just really gonna bother me. I found a wallpaper that's just that image, but with Reza edited out. Yeah, why would you want Reza in the image? Get him out of here. Does it look okay? It just looks really odd to me. I don't know why. I'm really irritated by it. But if you guys think it looks okay, then I don't know. I don't like it. Sorry, I fixate on these things. Reza, long time no see. How true that is. Good to finally see another human face around here. Is that racist? What a coincidence to have you, of all people, show up. Yeah, I guess those degrees aren't so useless after all. By the way, who's your friend? My bodyguard, same as yours. Don't bother with him, he doesn't talk much. I bet he'd win in a fight with mine. Just like you. Very funny. I don't think it actually matters what I say in this part, so I'm just gonna say what I'm feeling. The two dragons exchanged a few words, and as I met the gaze of the larger... I've done this every single time, I don't know how to pronounce that word. Tenebris dragon a few paces from us, Sebastian turned toward me and spoke up again. Hey Diana, this is Maverick. Maverick! How are you, buddy? Nice to meet you. Yeah, whatever. Just don't expect me to give you any special treatment like everyone else is, and we'll be good. What are you talking about? So you're saying you haven't noticed the stairs and how they all treat you like you're the next messiah or something? Yeah, it's like going in and out. Oh, that's so strange. No, I just thought the best way to start this is by burning Reza as hard as you can. I agree. We're not the ones making a big deal out of this, you are. We're just here to get what we agreed on and then we'll be gone. If anything, I actually prefer if you left us alone, but you're the one who insists on following me around wherever I go. A growl escaped the darker dragon's trembling lips as he bared his teeth at Reza. Ah, fight! Alright, that's quite enough. Let's all just go inside, shall we? After you. Wow, I'm such a lady. The crisis was quickly averted as we entered the building, which was characterized by its many floors, high ceilings, and long, narrow hallways, as Sebastian led us to our destination. Anna! There you are. I was waiting for you. She's so pretty. Oh, I love this music too. I was so sad. The review copy that I got from the developer came with the soundtrack, but for some reason I can't export it into my music library, and it makes me very sad. Wait a minute, I thought we were gonna meet the guys from production. What are you doing here? They're only coming in later today, so you'll just have to make do with me. I see. Well, Diana, this is Anna. She kind of manages this building, though actually she's more involved with the research wing rather than production and engineering. Nice to meet you. My pleasure. I have something for you, by the way. It'll take them a while to make all the generators we promised, but we've got one for you here. Feel free to send it home and give it a test. That's great, I'll take it! Looks a little small, if you ask me. Don't underestimate its power. Oh, and do be careful not to drop it. Sure, I'll be waiting outside while you do your thing, Diana. Suppose I'll wait for you outside as well. Wow, some security guard, bye! What thing? Oh, have you brought the PDA? Is it in the wrong format or something? Do you mean words are hard. The resolution? I can check, let's see. I thought this is what I had. Oh. Well, the thing is, it looks fine on my capture. It just looks weird on the output. Is that any better? Not really. I meant the soundtrack, actually. Oh. Yeah, I think it is. And I tried to export it using Audacity. I am actually going to mess with this a little bit, though. I actually tried to export it using... Oh. It won't let me... Can't do the thing. Okay. I tried to export it using Audacity, but it didn't seem to work. Of course, here you go. Alright, now to give this thing a test run. The PDA lit up as her hands swiftly moved around its interface in calculated motions. And by the way, would you consider letting me run some tests on you as well? It would only take a drop of your blood. What? Why? I work in biology, so obviously this kind of thing would be very interesting to us. I'd share the results with you, of course. Sure, why not? Great. She was quick to produce a small device from a drawer, which, from a glance, reminded me a lot of a test tube. Now, if you'd give me your hand, please. As I reached out to her, she took my hand into hers before she pressed the device into the back of my hand. I winced as pain jolted through my hand. Something sharp drove itself through my skin, and shortly after, a droplet of blood was sucked into the tube attached to the small needle. Thanks. You're welcome. Looks like your PDA is good, by the way, so we're just about done here. And since we're both in biology, it could be interesting if you want to meet me some other time as well. Here's my number. Yes, give me those digits, girl. Alright. See you soon. Well, that was interesting. Hang on, I'm gonna actually just mess with it a little bit more. I'm sorry. It's just, whoa, let's not do that, my friend. I'm sorry, it shouldn't be this annoying to me, but I get really fixated on the little things. It's very irritating. Alright, you know what? We're gonna stop messing with it. We're gonna stop messing with it. It's fine. Okay. Did she ask you for your blood too? Yeah? Did you give it to her? No! I'm gonna lie. I mean, me neither. I mean, if we're gonna give them our body, let's not do it for free, right? Sure. I'm getting hungry. How about some breakfast? I'm all for it. I can't stand early mornings like this. Same. That shouldn't be a problem. There's a cafe not far from here. What do you say, Mavers? I wouldn't mind to grab a bite myself. He's okay with being called Mavers? I'm gonna call him Mavers. That settles it then. So me and Reza and Sebastian and Mavers all going to the cafe. No, we're not gonna skip. We're gonna do it. Just so we can be a jerk to Reza the entire time. It gives me pleasure. Luckily for us, the cafe was mostly empty when we arrived, as it was still pretty early in the day. Reza was quick to lead me to a table for two, prompting the dragons to get one of their own at the other side of the restaurant. Ugh, finally. I can't stand that guy being on my tail all the damn time. Maybe he just likes you a lot. We were approached by an individual who appeared to be the waitress of the cafe. She was an interesting-looking dragon who, unlike the others I'd seen so far, was more akin to a wyvern, possessing two rather large rings as her forelimbs, which resembled those of an oversized bat. Oh, it's your girl! Oh, it's the humans! Wait, where? I mean, Sebby's known him for a while, so we're calling him that, though. He might kill me. I mean, what? No one thought that was funny? No one, not my, that's a good one. Oh, she thought that was funny. Score! Welcome to our establishment. My name's Adine, and I'll be your waitress today. What can I bring you to? I'm just gonna have some coffee. Yeah, me too. Just make it quick. Sure thing. 2 coffees coming right up. As I was saying, if you look at the big picture, don't you think there's something off about this whole place? Where is it really? If this is supposed to be a completely separate place from Earth, or even a different dimension, some things just don't add up. Don't you think so too? Let me just grab my tinfoil hat real quick. I've been here much longer than you've been. Maybe you'll see soon enough. I can't say much more with you-know-who over there. He's probably listening to us right now. He doesn't seem so bad to me. When I let my gaze wander, I saw that Mavers was looking in my direction. Our eyes met briefly, his expression not showing any discernible emotion, while I wondered whether it had just been a coincidence or if he really was able to hear us from the distance. I do have some theories, and if I'm right, we might be in trouble. What kind of trouble? What are you talking about? Shh, be quiet. I'll let you know more as soon as I can, but for now, let's just play along. After all, we already have one of these babies. He patted the generator's box for emphasis. God knows we need them. Oh, there she comes. The female returned, astounding me with her ability to balance the dishes on the edge of her wings. She placed her forelimb on the table and proceeded to move the dishes from her wing to us with a gentle push of her snout. There you go, enjoy. Oh my god, that's so mean. I can't say that. I'm saying thanks. You're welcome. To be honest, I was a little skeptical skeptical of the kind of coffee they might come up with in a place like this, but after a mouthful, I had to admit it wasn't so bad. I've certainly had much worse before. When the waitress brought our meals to the two dragons across the cafe and exchanged a few words with them, Reza leaned forward and whispered something to me. I'll send you a letter with a coded message later. You'll know what to do. Reza rose from his seat before he made it known to me that he still had a few things to do, and left the restaurant, followed shortly after by the larger of the two dragons. Bye, Mavers! Laters! I wasn't in a hurry, so I spent a few more minutes in contemplation while I looked out the window and finished my coffee. Not that this whole situation was already bizarre enough, there was also now the vague sense of danger conveyed by Reza's earlier words. I did not even have an idea what kind of threat might be lurking out there. Eventually I got up, ready to be on my way for whatever else the day might bring. Are you done? Sure am. How'd you like it? It was alright. Glad you enjoyed it. Just wait outside and I'll handle the rest here. Sure thing. I stepped outside, taking in the scenery of this strangely familiar world. In the short time I was here, might have been... I may have to look into that, because I really do want this soundtrack. I like it a lot. I've already found the similarities between their world and our own utterly fascinating. After all, we were talking about an unmapped place with a never-before-seen form of life. As far as discoveries were concerned, even something as simple as new unicellular organisms or even bacteria would have been remarkable. Yet here I was, standing in the middle of a village evidently built by this race of intelligent talking dragons, with a society not unlike our own. Reza didn't seem to share the same interest, instead was more smitten with the generator, but given our reason for coming here in the first place, I couldn't blame him for his enthusiasm, being focused on something else. My thoughts were interrupted as reading is hard today, as something suddenly zipped past me just a little too close, causing me to stumble back. It was a rather small dragon with a bag clamped in its maw who apparently had somewhere to be. She's so cute! I regained my footing and watched as it disappeared into the distance. Even though I'd seen enough dragons to recognize their variations in size, color, and other attributes, I guess this one must have been a juvenile of its species. Shortly afterwards, Sebastian joined me outside, having taken care of the tab. I gave her a generous tip on your behalf. I hope you don't mind. Of course not, as long as I don't have to pay the bill. Don't worry about it. In any case, now that you've given us the PDA and Reza has the generator, you're free for today. So if you want to go anywhere particular, let me know, or I could show you around town. I was tempted to be given a tour, but considering Reza's words, I wanted to be careful and not stray too far without knowing more about this world first. I think I'll stay home for today. I still have to get used to everything, you know? I'll just accompany you back then. Woohoo! Back home. There we are. Home sweet home, for now at least. Well, if you need anything, I'll be outside until my shift ends. Otherwise, I'll see you tomorrow. Where's Reza's house, actually? Where does he live? Thanks, see you tomorrow. See ya! Bye! I hadn't really looked at the apartment much, so I spent the rest of the day investigating it and relaxing. I considered checking out some of the phone numbers Remy had left me, but I thought it was better to keep a low profile for now. Found the kitchen fully stocked with plenty of groceries, though the variety was wasted on me. I hadn't been a particularly great cook in the first place. Same. But what was more, I didn't even recognize some of the things I found in there. Whether they were edibles that we had back home that I just didn't know about, or something completely alien, I wasn't sure. But I didn't want to take the risk of eating anything I didn't know. After all, it was possible that some of the comestibles might be fine for them to eat, but still be poisonous to us. I was also glad to find a shelf that was filled to the brim with a variety of books. While I found the subject matter of man, myth, or reality to be quite intriguing, I had to give up after just a few pages due to its exceptionally dry writing style, which I wasn't inclined to enjoy at the moment. In the end, I settled for an adventure novel about a dragon archaeologist who stumbles upon the remains of a long-lost human civilization, after which she's hunted by an evil organization who wants to use the found magical artifacts for its own nefarious purposes. While entertaining, I had to admit it reminded me a little too much of the trashy novels we had at home. I certainly found it amusing that certain tropes were not really unique to us as a species, though I wondered whether this kind of literature had fallen into disfavor here as it had back where I'd come from. It implied that it's another apartment like yours, but maybe not in the same building. That's what I figured. I mean, obviously he doesn't live near us, or we could just, like, talk. I was reading a particularly exciting scene in which the hero, Sheridan, uses one of the magical artifacts shaped like a pair of human hands holding a scepter with a globe at the top to prevent herself from being crushed and ground into a bloody pulp by an ancient human temple's moving walls when I suddenly heard the doorbell ring. Hello? Hi, cutie. It's Laura. Hello there, would you please sign here? I'm not signing with my rights with this, am I? I've got a letter for you that requires signature confirmation. I see. Looking over the clipboard the small dragon was holding up to me, I saw that the sender of the letter in question was Reza. There you go. I'm Laura, by the way. Would you mind if I asked you a few questions? What's this about? I'm just making small talk. Wait a minute, I recognize you. You tried to do the same thing with Reza. Maybe I should report you to your superiors for your inappropriate behavior towards your clients. But it's important. Please just let me talk to Diana for a few minutes. You know how it is. If you want an interview with one of the humans, you'll have to get permission from the proper authorities. Help me out here, Diana. As an ambassador, you care about the accurate portrayal of humans in the media, don't you? Then you should talk to me. Otherwise, someone else will fill in the blanks, and who knows what they'll come up with. Let me show you something. The small dragon opened his bag, rummaging through a number of letters and small packages. I think I lost it. Anyway, I wanted to show you some pictures of what people think humans look like. On some of them, they have like 4 heads and look nothing like you. It's crazy. What are you, Laura? A reporter? No, I'm just... Do you want me to remove him, Diana? Is what he's saying true? Yeah, I guess. I see. That sounds pretty interesting, though. Alright, you can leave your number here and maybe I'll call you later, but that's all I can promise. Thank you so much! I like Lorem, he's a cutie. He quickly produced a small sheet of paper and scribbled his number on it. Afterwards, he sheepishly presented it with both hands. Alright, you got what you wanted, off you go now. Aww. Sorry about that. Don't worry about it. I guess that should be all. I'll see you tomorrow then. Right. With all the commotion, I almost forgot I was also still holding Reza's letter. Within the plain envelope was a similarly plain sheet of paper with his handwriting. When I started reading, however, I saw that his wording was so full of the pleasantries I knew he hated. Some people don't like Lorem. Those people are also wrong. Yes, they are. I agree. The chat is super delayed today. I don't know what's up. I knew he hated that I assumed every word of it was fake just to conceal its true intent. He did mention I know what to do, but I was unsure of how I was supposed to decode the letter's secret message. I didn't remember ever having a conversation about this topic with him, yet he still relied on me to remember whatever it was I was missing. Or he thought I would just be able to figure it out on my own. This is what it said. Hello, my dear friend. I hope this letter reached you swiftly and in good condition. Unfortunately, we were not able to catch up earlier, so I wanted to write you this letter. How have you been these last few years? What have you been doing? How's the family? I feel like there is so much we should talk about since we have not seen each other much recently. At least we have a chance to do so in this form. Quite an exciting venture we are on now, right? How have you liked it here so far? Made any dragon friends yet? Dude, I just saw you this morning. Ha ha. Anyways, I will be looking forward to your reply soon. Best regards, Reza. Various things came to mind. Only reading certain words or letters was one that I thought of immediately, but I couldn't make out anything after trying to find a system within its arrays of letters and lines. Maybe I had to look more carefully. Look elsewhere. Maybe you refer to the fact that we were both given an apartment? Considering the things they provided for us, maybe I just had to find the right objects to decode the message. There were many everyday items here though, and of course I still had no idea what in particular I was looking for. His letter reads like a kid who needs to write a letter for school, but one who hates every second of it. I agree. It really does. I'm just gonna do it. Wait, I'm gonna make sure have I gotten all the achievements here? There's a bunch of achievements on... Yeah, I think so. We're gonna... The fruits in the fridge. fridge, right? Plenty of stuff in here. Nope. It's in the pantry. Lemon. Lemons, lemons, lemons! Of course! Why didn't I realize it sooner? Lemon juice is about the simplest way to write a hidden message using household items. We learn about that in chemistry. In the most boring detail, of course. A message written in lemon juice on paper becomes just about invisible to the naked eye when dried, but after heating it gently, oxidation occurs, making the message visible. I was sitting next to him in class when we learned that. He made a joke about using the method to cheat on the next test, and I replied by saying he'd have to bring an iron. Had he really expected me to remember a random chemistry class that happened years ago? But then I did remember it after all. Meet me at the portal tonight, 10 p.m. was all the message said. I wasted a good amount of time. Excuse you, I did it like immediately. But I still had some left before I'd have to go out to meet Raises, so I decided to make some lunch. Afterwards, I resumed reading my book about the continuing adventures of Sheridan and her exploits in destroying cultural artifacts. Unsurprisingly, it came to a happy end with the evil organization stopped in its tracks, at least for now. I thought the ending was deliberately left open for ambiguity, but when I turned the page and saw the advertisement for that next entry in this apparently long-running series of books, I realized all of this had just been a ploy to set up the inevitable sequel. Luckily, the disappointment didn't last long, as I had to get going to meet Raiz at the portal. You know, it doesn't seem safe that Sebastian doesn't guard my door all the time. Like, he just leaves at night, I guess. When I got outside, it didn't seem quite as dark as it was when I arrived yesterday. I might have had difficulties finding my way otherwise, but I could still see the portal in the distance. As I was walking, I wondered if anyone was following me, but the land seemed oddly deserted. Was everyone already asleep? It's nighttime, maybe. Eventually, I arrived at my destination. Raiz was already standing idly by the portal, his fidgeting making it obvious that he had waited just for me. I was already wondering whether he'd get it at all. Guess I did. Man, you are just not impressed with any— Oh my god! What is that? Miss Lady is now following. Thank you so much for the follow. Enjoy your Blue Badger and your Blue Badger dance, and welcome to today's fan club. Do, 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 do. He hates me. What a wonderful night it is. That sounds like something a murderer would say. I mean, what? Nothing. Just look up at the stars. You can see them so clearly here, without all the pollution lingering in the air like back home. Almost as if we were looking right into the face of eternity itself. For so long, humanity thought we'd find aliens out there. Yet after all these years, we found we were still alone in the universe. Turns out we were just not looking in the right place. What's going on, Reza? Why did you call me here at this time? For one, because we're sending the generator home. Right. Before I was sent here, they told me they would limit the use of the portal as they couldn't afford to keep it open all the time. In order to keep in contact with us and to enable us to send things over to them, the portal will be open for just a quarter of an hour each day. Sending something back home wasn't really problematic for us, since the high energy expenditure associated with sending bigger objects only affected the sender, not the receiver. However, this also meant that until all business was concluded in regards to our trade with the PDAs and the generators, we were basically stuck here. As for the other, do you know what this place is? You said something about trouble. How much danger are we in, really? More than enough, I'm afraid. More than enough. I'm afraid this whole place will be gone soon, and we better not be here when it happens. What if I say, yeah, I know? You do? Well, then you know what we've got to do, right? Yeah. How'd you find out? It took me quite a while, but maybe we can compare notes and make sure we're right. Oh, was that a bad thing? Should I maybe not have said that? That made me sound evil. That wasn't what I meant. Hello, McBall, welcome to the stream. You haven't missed too much. My gaze wandered and fixed on some movement nearby. It's hard to make out anything, but I imagined it might have just been wind blowing through the nearby shrubbery, except for the fact that there was no wind. We just restarted, from the beginning, and, we're getting the true ending today, so, I mean, we're just gonna be kinda dating around. It does give you evil points. Dang it, I did not want evil points! Okay, but it'll be fine. I just wanted to be sassy! Like, darn. Oh well. Okay, I was just trying to be sassy. This might take a while to explain, but we've got the whole night. Reza, look. He turned around to face whatever I was seeing. He squinted hard before he called out, "You! How dare you follow me even here?" The disturbance came closer until it became clear that it was Mavers, who had hidden nearby to listen in on our conversation. "I knew you were up to no good. What were you talking about? What are you planning here? Some kind of attack?" "Wait a minute. There's no reason for—" "Don't try to deny it. I heard you both talking about it in the cafe, and I saw the letter. You think I couldn't smell the lemon on it? Pathetic. You'll have to come with me to the police station now, both of you." "Come on, I think you're overreacting, but we'll come with you if it— Oh my god, I wasn't even done reading. Reza, what are you doing? Come on, Diana, let's get out of here." In the dragon's side, I could see the wound where the bullet had penetrated his hide, a trickle of blood staining at his dark scales in the earth beneath. Reza used the opportunity to run off in some direction, I wasn't sure which. I frantically scanned my surroundings looking for Reza, though he'd already vanished into the darkness. What was I supposed to do? Run away as well? Help Maverick? I was just a diplomat, and I had no idea what was happening. Ow! My guts. Suddenly the dragon whipped around, hitting me in the guts with his thick tail. I was lifted off the ground briefly before I felt the impact of my body hitting the ground hard enough that my vision blurred almost immediately. A deafening roar battered my ears. Was this his cry for help? I could barely move, but I found it better not to try, so as not to startle the wounded dragon more than he already was. It certainly would have ended badly for me if he tried anything. Gain 10 evil points. No, I don't want the evil points. I want good points. I heard him take a few unsure steps before he lay down on the ground, panting. I'm still watching you, you know. You better not move for your own good. If I have to get up again and come after you in this condition, I can promise you I won't be nice. Took a few minutes of listening to his labored breathing before someone arrived. It was two dragons. The first I recognized as Sebastian. The other one I didn't know. I heard Sebastian and Maverick exchange a few words when the stocky fellow approached me. "Ah, babe, how are you doing? I have missed your face." "Hey, kid, you alright?" I think I'm alright." "I'm Bryce, wow, I just like lisped there for some reason. The chief of police in this town. Can you tell me what happened?" Razor shot Maverick and ran off." "Is that so?" His face was stern and seemingly lost in thought as I overheard Sebastian's conversation. "Yeah, but you're the flyer on duty. We probably won't find him now. Not here in the darkness at any rate." "Well, that's just brilliant. What do you think, Chief?" "Diana, can you walk?" "Yeah, I think so." "Alright, Sebastian, take Diana to the apartment, get us some help here from Maverick, and then we'll look for Reza." "Right on. Come on, Diana, I'll help you up." "Man, you already screwed everyone in the last route, so what's the big deal?" "No, we're redoing our actions. We're good now. We're good people." I was still shaken up by the events I just witnessed when I arrived at my apartment. Not knowing anything better to do, I soon fell into a deep slumber. The next day I awoke with many questions lingering in my head. I considered calling someone from the police department to ask about Reza and Maverick, but in the end I decided against doing so, as I was sure they would contact me if they had anything to tell me. I knew it was no use worrying about it now, so I settled for starting another book. Ding dong! Didn't take very long though before the doorbell rang. You can get tail whipped twice in the same loop. Yeah. Did Bryce, the chief of police, take it upon himself to escort me today? Oh, it's you again. Are you surprised? No, but I guess it'll mean bad news. Afraid so. How are you holding up? Better than yesterday, that's for sure. Let's go for a walk then, shall we? Sure. I'll go anywhere with you. I mean, what? This time I was taking along a different route than yesterday. And I was quite sure... Oh, my charger just fell on the floor. And I was quite sure that there was more to this than just taking a walk. Seriously, okay, is that... Hang on. That's so strange that it's doing that. It's getting all pixely, and I'm not sure why it's doing that, because it's not doing that to me. And it's weird. I'll just go ahead and guess you didn't find Reza. Yeah, we hoped he would have come back. You can also get all the dateable characters killed. Actually, you know, something I found out is that I think after you get their good endings, they no longer die. Which is convenient for me because there's no possible way that I'd be able to keep everyone alive. I think between Lorem and Adine, I don't think I'd be able to complete all of the actions I need to keep everyone alive. So I think everyone stays alive. Fingers crossed. That's what the wiki told me. So I knew that one already, though some of them get killed if you do nothing. Well, I mean, with the exception of one specific death that I probably actively have to prevent. I think if I don't do the dates with Adine and Lorem where they normally would die, I don't think they do anymore. Which is nice, because it makes it really a lot easier to get the endings. No, not really. We didn't get a chance to talk much at all yesterday before. There's that, too. I have no idea why Reza would have done anything like that. I had the impression that they weren't very fond of each other, but this... How is he, by the way? Oh, Maverick's doing fine, but there's plenty of blame to go around. You're right, they didn't particularly like each other. In his statement, Maverick said he suspected Reza of planning some sort of attack. Do you know anything about that? No, he only told me something was going to happen, not that he was planning anything. At least that was the impression I got. He's suspecting you too, by the way. That you both planned this all from the beginning. You can still do it on purpose. Why would I do that? No, that wouldn't make sense. Actually, none of this is making any sense. Why would we go through all the lengths of our agreement only to jeopardize it by doing something like this? You even already have our PDAs, and we don't have much to show for it yet. If we had any nefarious plans, this wouldn't have been a very good idea. You have a good point. I'll believe you, but from our side, we only have Maverick's word on the whole matter. After all, he was the one who spent the most time with Reza since he arrived here. But even then, he didn't really have any reason to follow you yesterday, and his behavior was completely out of line. I'm just glad you came out fine. If he wasn't on mandatory sick leave, he would be suspended right now. We'll have to wait until this whole thing is over before we can decide what to do with him. I can assure you this won't be taken lightly. Maybe they both acted in the heat of the moment. Maybe. We still got quite a lot on our hands now, though. We have a wounded dragon and a missing human. This could lead to a diplomatic crisis. Maybe Race will show up soon and we can get all this behind us. I think Bryce actually gets prevented if you get past it. Sebi stops him? Ooh, I'm kind of interested in seeing that. Maybe I'll have to try it. I hope so too. I really wouldn't want to jeopardize everything over this unfortunate incident. Yeah, how about we both just keep quiet about this whole thing for now? After all, I don't think any of us wants our people panicking about this already, right? I merely nodded in agreement. Now we're in the office. Eventually, we arrived at the police station, where the chief took my formal statement in regards to yesterday's events. He asked me about Reza and Maverick, too. Not that I knew much of anything that had preceded yesterday's events, or the mysterious catastrophe that Reza had mentioned. Afterwards, he thanked me and left to file my statement while I sat by his table, waiting and listening to the goings-on of the small provincial town police department. When he returned, he was approached by someone who seemed to have urgent news. A lot of talking between the two ensued that I couldn't make out from my position. This went on for a bit until Bryce returned to me. Afraid I have more bad news for you. Reza has now officially become a murder suspect. Murder? We're headed to the crime scene, and I hoped you'd come with us. Me? A crime scene? I don't really know much about forensics. It's just that you're the only link to Reza we have. Consider what he said would happen to us. It's in all of our interests that we find him as soon as possible, and if he has anything to do with it, you might be able to help us find him. Your cooperation would certainly be appreciated, and it would be a nice gesture to show us you're trustworthy in the eyes of those who might think otherwise after what happened yesterday. Will you help? I will help. Kind of miss sassy MC in the last route. Oh man, but we can't be sassy anymore. Because we have to be nice. Suppose I don't really have much choice here, but you're right. We've got to find Reza, and if that's what it takes, then I'll do it. Very well, let's go then. And we're on our way. On our way to the crime scene, he tried to prepare me for what would come. I'd studied biology, so I was familiar with the sight of dead animals. Asking myself how similar this would be, I wondered if my reaction would be any different if it wasn't a dragon but a human corpse I'd be seeing. We arrived and were met by Sebastian, who gave us an overview of the whole situation. This morning, the victim was found by delivery flyer for a restaurant. Blood loss from multiple wounds are the likely cause of death. That should be is. Blood loss is the likely cause of death. Forensics was already here, so feel free to poke around. Boo. We have to be nice. A few paces in front of us, the unfortunate victim lay on the ground, covered by a sheet that concealed the body, but not the large red stain beneath. We approached while Sebastian went off to deter any curious onlookers. Sorry, I'm turning off my fan. Wrong way. It's cold now. Okay. I know it won't be pretty, and I'm sorry for putting you through this, but you know what's at stake here. Just remember what I told you, and you should be fine. Alright. Are you ready? Just do it! Death. The alternate reactions of characters depending on your relationship with them is pretty interesting. That is pretty cool. I've noticed that a couple times. I actually really like it. What do you think? Well, he is definitely dead. Yeah, rip! I love that interaction. Let's just say this will be your test, and tell me what you can deduce from what you see. Give it your best shot. Okay, I'm not looking this up. I'm gonna do it by myself. 2 wings, 2 legs, just like the waitress in the cafe. About as big as a human, lengthwise, if not slightly taller. The wingspan would certainly look impressive at that size. Dink, dink, dink. Dink, dink. The wounds are kind of hard to miss. True, but what are they telling you? They were inflicted with a sharp implement? They're clean cuts, like from a knife or another sharp instrument. That's true, but why does this matter? Well, I'm not gonna say it couldn't have been Reza. Reza had a gun yesterday. Why would he use a knife now? Right, that weapon he was using on Maverick. Oh my god. What is that? Well, that mental just resubbed for 3 months. Whoa! What an awkward time to do that. Da, 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 da. Excuse me, we're not in court yet. We're on investigation still. Thank you so much for the resub, Wolf. I really appreciate it. Welcome to the stream. Yeah. I actually found a picture for the concept art of this dragon, which is weird, because I don't remember it being officially posted. I don't even think this dragon has an official name or anything. I was looking up, one of the sections on the wiki was like Reza's victims or something, and it was just like, dragon in the park, and I was like, damn, that's cold, he doesn't even get a name. It's okay, Wolf, it's not a big deal. What strange contraptions. Well, he could have had a reason to use a knife over his gun, if it was him. Can you think of any? It makes him look cooler. He wouldn't, because it wasn't him. He wouldn't, because it was clearly a suicide. Doing all the other answers was the best part of the last route. I agree, I really missed that. It was so much fun. He did not want to make any noise. After all, he ran away from Maverick, trying to hide from the police. Something as loud as gunshot would have easily given away his position and alerted others in the area. Right, that could be a good reason. By the way, which wound do you think was the lethal one? The neck wound. I think it was the one on his neck. That's right. If all the blood from it wasn't a giveaway, this is a stab wound. Characterized by the rather small footprint, you can tell it's also the deepest one. And from the location, it's pretty obvious this must have done tremendous damage. What else do you see? More blood. Well, there's a lot of blood. The blood splatter suggests that he died here. He died here, or else there would have been a trail that we could follow. The splatters also suggest this is where they fought. That's true. Unfortunately, it doesn't help with determining who the perpetrator is. Objection! Objection! Excuse me? Sorry, I just always wanted to say that. That the civilization has no guns and no visible cars. Yeah, I feel like it makes a little bit more sense later. But yeah, I agree. Go on, please. I'm trying not to, like, to spoil anything, just in case we do have any new viewers who haven't seen everything yet. But I know what you're saying, Kerrigan. I do have an answer to that, but I just can't say it yet. Because spoilers! What about the blood on his muzzle? You tell me. He's a vampire! He fought back. He bit his tongue during the fight. It might be the perpetrator's blood. Yes, that's true. I expect forensics already took a sample of it, so it might actually help us determine who the perpetrator is. I think that's about everything. Yay! Nailed it. You know what, kid? I'm impressed. Maybe we should have you around more often. Heck yeah! I'm a good investigator. Hey, Chief, do you still need the witness here for anything? Sebastian approached with the dragon who discovered the body earlier. I recognized her as Adine, the waitress from the cafe. Hey, McBall, wasn't she your favorite? She seemed distraught, which given the situation wasn't very surprising. I don't think so. Take her to the department, get her statement written up, and that should be it. Sure thing. Hi, girl! Alright, miss, we're gonna have to take you to the department. Of course. Shogun! Hello! When she spotted me, however, her composure brightened visibly. Oh, it's the human! Well, I'm a human. Well, I call you by your name, but you never actually told me it. It's Diana. What have you been doing here? Do you work for our police now? Looks like it. Maybe I should be calling you officer then. I don't think I'm quite there yet. By the way, I didn't know you also did deliveries. I do a little bit of everything, really. That's nice. I liked my coffee yesterday. If you like it, why don't you take our number? We could deliver something to you next time if you don't want to come in. Thanks. Oh, sorry. Just, we were getting each other's digits. Sorry, I guess we should get going. Bye. Shogun, are you excited to see your waifu again? Your dragon waifu? What do we do now? I suppose we'll head off too, unless... Oh no. What is it? Mathers! We've got a violent homicide, and of course nobody from the department tells me. I had to find out from a neighbor who wanted to ask me about it. Good thing rumors travel fast, eh? Of course nobody told you. You're on sick leave. Mandatory sick leave, I might add. I'm not here in any official capacity, you see. I am merely enjoying a curative walk in the fresh air and happened to come across you by accident. It indeed has been a while for this game. It has. I think it's gonna move to Thursday spots for a little bit until I decide I want to play something else on Thursdays. Because we do only have to do this route, but it's probably gonna be a long one if we're playing the whole game. So, what do you want? I don't want anything. I just find it interesting that nobody tells me about this, but the prime suspect's buddy can mess with the investigation. I see how it is. I know what you're thinking, but don't jump to conclusions here. There are actually at least 3 mods that allow you to pursue a romance with the dean. It isn't... Wait, I thought you could pursue a romance with her. I mean, it's not, like, high-key romantic, but... Should I be playing some of these mods? I kind of feel like I should be. Are there any good Bryce mods? Because he's my favorite. I don't need to jump to conclusions. I think the dead body we found says it all. Anna waifu, best waifu. You really have an attitude problem. You know, if you weren't on sick leave, you'd be suspended right now for attacking Diana yesterday. Do you even have any idea what repercussions that could have on us all? Me attack Diana? As far as I can see, I'm the only one who's injured here. Besides, I'm so sorry for apparently being the only one who's doing his damn job. Right, let's all just sit idly by while the suspect's on the loose and planning his next move. You know, whatever it was Reza was talking about, he was going to tell me just before you showed up yesterday. I don't need to hear you, of all people, belittling me about this. What is your problem, Mappers? If anything, I want to find him just as much as you do. Don't compare yourself to me. Your words mean nothing. And don't call me Mappers. Enough. You shouldn't even be here. So you better go now and get some rest before I have to take disciplinary action. Fine, but when we find him, you'll see that I was right. If I had to prove it myself, so be it. There's at least 3 Bryce mods I could point you to. Please just send me some kind of message later with all this. Would really be interested. Because, I mean, you basically get a romance with Bryce in the game, but, kind of. But yeah, you know. Can he even just do his own investigation like that? Well, as long as he doesn't interfere with us, we can't really stop him from doing that in his own free time. I see. I suspect he won't adhere to the standards of performing an unbiased investigation, though. He has already made up his mind. It's clear to me he won't be looking for facts, just for evidence to support his own view in order to prove it to us or himself. Who knows? He's always been like that. Always something to prove. We'll have to be careful. He'll be looking for raises soon enough. Let's hope we find Reza before he does. Dean is best dragon waifu. I know, we've got a pretty even spread in here. It's kind of nice. No one's fighting over waifus or husbandos. Don't worry, Reza will turn up eventually. I surely hope so. I surely hope so. All things considered, I had to admit that it remained a possibility that Maverick was right. But could the Reza I knew really be a murderer? Dunna dunna! You know what, if you think of something that might help with the investigation, or if you need anything else, just call me. I will. Well, I think we're done here, let's go. Bryce led me back to the apartment. I guess there wasn't really much for me to do in the meantime, as I was spared the more arduous parts of the investigation. Maybe I should have been glad about this, though. Now I had an afternoon to fill. What should I do? Okay, who do we want to see? I know the soundtrack is really good, Wolf, and the soundtrack's actually done by the person who did the Zero Escape music, which is awesome. All right, I'm gonna do the first person I see. So who are we doing? I could sit here and listen to this music all day. Anna? Okay, good job, Shogun. You did it. You're first. Anyone. McBall, that's not helpful! Hello, Jory Ho. Welcome to the stream. More of this, please? More of the soundtrack? More of this game? Nadine, definitely, or Bryce. Don't worry. I think for this playthrough, since we're going for the true ending, I'm gonna try and date everyone. Because I'm gonna do Bryce at least once, because he's my favorite. I think it was just the intro music that was by the Zero Escape composer. That could be. But I still count it, because I love it. More of both. More of everything. She told me to meet her here, so she's gotta be around somewhere. Okay, actually, I should pull up the guides for the dates, because I don't want to get on bad terms with anyone. Or I'm not gonna be able to get the ending, I don't think. So, more of this game. Well, I mean, I have all of my VODs that I've played through this game, and then this is, we're going for the true ending tonight. So, because that's our last ending that we have left. So, feel free to check out my VODs if you, are into that kind of thing. Alright. Hang on, this is gonna be an issue, because I can't see you guys now if I have this open. So many VODs. It is a lot of VODs, only because that was back when my internet was terrible and it kept going out. So, alright, I'm good. Okay. The production facility had many different wings, covering everything from research to processing, in addition to production. Oh my god! What's that? Jory, I was now following. Thank you so much for the follow. Enjoy your Blue Badger and your Blue Badger dance, and welcome to the Ace Fan Club. When was the last time we played this game? I think April, maybe? It was a while ago. It is a great game. I've actually, I got a review copy of it, for the website that I work for, so I think I was one of, like, the first people to play it. I love it. It's awesome. Oh, you guys are sweet. Alright. I'm glad you love this game. I also love this game. Alright, it was easy to get lost if you didn't know where you were going. I heard some commotion in the distance, and when I approached, I was surprised to see not only Anna, but Remy as well. They seemed to be in the middle of a heated conversation. I thought it would be inappropriate to approach now, so I made several paces back out of their field of vision, but still close enough to be able to make out their words. We've heard the rumors. Sure, yeah, I'm sorry, you have plenty of time. Those aren't going anywhere. You know what, Carrick? I feel that I may have heard about that. Is it being released, or has it already come out? Because the way you said it earlier made it sound like it had already come out, but I feel like I may have heard of an oh my god, I almost just fell off my chair for no reason. I may have heard of an upcoming one. I'm gonna have to get it, though. So you come to me on the basis of rumors? Is that how you operate? What do you want from me? This is not the first time you've been in trouble, you know. They may not be so lenient with you this time. I don't know what you're talking about. Consider this a warning. You should proceed carefully, for your own good. If you wanted to threaten me, the least you could have done was send someone more intimidating. You may be larger than I am, but even I can see that you're just a big coward. You wouldn't dare put your dirty claws on me. I wouldn't. I'm here as a courtesy to you, not to threaten or intimidate. Do with that information whatever you wish. You know we'll be back, and if they find anything, there will be consequences. Do you think I care? Can't see any of the VODs? Oh no! They should be there. I forget how far back my VODs go, back when I first learned how to use Twitch, but I think most of them are saved. I'll have to go back and check. It's being released slowly. It's being funded by Patreon. Ah, alright. Yeah, can you send me that link later? Some are on YouTube. This is true. I do also upload on YouTube. The sound is a little bit off on those, though, so as much as I don't like Twitch's player, I would recommend using it over the YouTube ones, because it won't let me fix the sound delay. It's really annoying. This attitude of yours is not helpful. Neither are you. Well, I've said what I came here to say. Good luck. Can only back to the switching gears VOD. Yeah, that's like the last one, so it's definitely probably just not loading for you. I would check YouTube if you really want to watch the VODs now instead of the stream. But they'll always be there, so up to you. Remy turned to leave and started walking in my direction. I ducked behind a pillar, and when he went past, I wasn't sure if he'd seen me. Either way, he left, and it was safe to approach now. So it turns out you've seen this before. No, we're gonna do it. No, don't skip. As you wish. Oh god, I didn't see what I said! Oh well, it's probably fine. Wait, how long have you been here? Not very long. Did not eavesdrop on you! They go in reverse order. Jorio, so if you scroll all the way down to the bottom, and then scroll up until you see the first Angels with Scaly Wings VOD, that's gonna be your first one. On the YouTube channel, I do them in, chronological order as well. Ascending, so like, newest on top. Not that it matters much anyway, this is just par for the course for me. I know, Remy, what's the problem? Oh, sorry, I just hit my mic. The nerve of that guy. He probably wouldn't be so uptight if it wasn't for that thing with his girlfriend a few years ago. But I don't care about him. It's his superiors that are the problem. They don't like me and the research I'm doing. They cite their traditions and values, claiming that those are what have kept us alive for so long. If anything were to change, it would obviously fracture the base that the society is built on, causing it all to collapse and tear apart families and allow all hell to break loose. At least we believe those old-timers who keep repeating these phrases. And all that nonsense because of my research. Valuable research that could save lives, mind you. What kind of research are we talking about? I could show you sometime, but we're here to have fun, right? I thought you wanted to show me since you said we were both in biology and all that. Sure, but after doing this all day, you'll have to excuse me for not wanting to talk about it even more. wasting my time with that guy was just another setback. Not that I don't already have more than enough work to do. Even right now, I'm supposed to be working overtime. Guess you can give me the tour some other time. I will. Oh, and thanks for the blood, by the way. The results aren't in yet, but I'll let you know when they are. Joriho, if you need any more help finding them, I don't know if you have a Twitter, but if you reach out to me on Twitter, that's probably the best way. And I can help you out. Well, I could tell you. 33 hours. I just hit 33. Just so you know. No, you aren't. I am. I am way curiouser than you are. Curiouser? Is that even a word? It is, since the author popularized its use where I came from. Only 33? Can't be. It has to be more. It's only 33. Then I am way more curiouser than you are. Not if I am the curiousest. Excuse me for a moment, but I must weep for the English language. Same, though. At this rate, why don't you just say you're the most curiousest? I know, yeah, 33 does seem a little bit short, but that's what Steam is telling me, so... I'm not sure. I'm not a linguist. Are you? Not exactly, but I have a way with words. My tongue is quite skilled, or so I hear. Some might even say cunning. In any case, if you have to work overtime today, does that mean I should wait for you, or do you want me to come back another time? Neither. I think my break should start right about now. I forgot about that line. It's a good one. What a lucky coincidence. It is, isn't it? So, where are we going? I don't know where you're going, but I think I need a coffee or 5. You can tag along if you'd like. It would be my pleasure. We'll see if it'll be mine as well. I hope you brought your own money, though, because I'm not sharing. I didn't, but everything I purchased is taken care of by my ambassador status. Nice. Actually, that opens up some very interesting possibilities. It might, but I'd rather not do anything too fishy. I don't want to raise any suspicion, you know? Good point. Well, let's go then. After you, m'lady. I hate that. Never say that again. There we are. Finally, I cannot wait to get some coffee into my system. Oh, hello, Diana. Nice to see you again. Hey, who's your companion? Can't you just take my order? I apologize. Let me try that again. Welcome to our establishment. My name's Adine and I'll be your waitress today. What can I bring you to? I'll have a coffee. Thank you. And what can I bring to the esteemed gentle person on the other side of the table? I'll also take a coffee. No problem. I'll be right back. Adine is sweet and lovable. I love her a lot. I love all of them a lot. But I like Bryce. What's her problem? I'm here to order something, not chit-chat with the employees. I think she was just trying to be friendly. I guess I'm not a fan of friendly then. Here you go. Enjoy. Yay! I totally needed that. So, you work in that facility? And your point is? What's your job there? I mean, what do you do exactly? We do all kinds of things. The truth is, we just have all kinds of specialized machinery there, which is used by many different people for many different purposes. The building is owned and run by the council, who oversees the schedule. It's quite handy, since you can go from research to even testing and even manufacturing all in the same complex. Yeah, Bryce is a big lovable mug, and I love him a lot. I started out as a researcher in biology, which is still my main job, but I've been there so long and learned the ins and outs of the building so well, that eventually I was asked to take over some managerial duties. I can read. Sure, it means more work, but it also allows me to run a personal project every once in a while. Does that sate your curiosity? It does. Good to know. Oh, I forgot to ask you what you actually plan to do with my blood and the test results. What is this, an interrogation? Yeah, totally. You can call your lawyer if you'd like. Maybe I should. I'll tell her you hit me and then sue for damages. Ah! Excuse me, princess. Okay, I guess you don't like questions then. Sorry, I'm just stressed from all the work lately. I'm not getting much respite between my regular work, overtime, personal projects, and other disturbances like that Remy sticking his nose where it doesn't belong. What do you usually do during your free time? Having a good work-life balance is very important, you know. I love my job, I really do. Actually, I love it so much that even in my free time, I still do things that have to do with biology. Are you planning on using it for voodoo? As I said, I've got the opportunity to do my own projects sometimes, so that's what I focus on when I get the chance. It'd be a shame to pass up an opportunity like that without using it. With the current influx of work, I rarely leave the facility if I'm not eating or sleeping. Even right now, I'm only on break and have to go back for another shift. Maybe you should do something else for a change. Maybe, but right now that's not really an option. It would help if the council weren't constantly sending their lackeys to mess with me. So that wasn't the first time? No, I suppose I'm on their watch list or something. Why's that? It's a long story and not one for a first date. So you're saying this is a date? No, Joryho, I totally get it. I got very emotional over these characters. In visual novels in general, visual novels and RPGs, I get really emotional over the characters. No, I'm saying that even if this was a date, which would be more than whatever this is, it wouldn't be very appropriate. Stories about work aren't very romantic. It's always about work with you. Come on, you're on break. Maybe we should do something to take your mind off all that for once. Like what? I'm not sure. Do you have any other hobbies? Not really. Hey, waitress. Her name is Adine. How can I help you? Do you have anything here to entertain your guests? Any games or other distractions? I'm not sure. Let me go check. What exactly are you trying to do? I'm being cute and spontaneous. I'll remember this day. For good or bad, I'm not sure yet. It's more for the kids, but we don't really have anything else. It's fine, thank you. Have fun. A board game? Really? I know it's not something, that's the thing. Oh, don't cry, Joryho, that's what the game is for. But I suppose it's better than nothing. Textile merchant? Niziki? It's a game, never mind. Well, I'm not convinced that this will accomplish anything unless your goal is to make me regret this day. It seems to be a trivia game. Do you have good general knowledge? Do you even know what kind of advanced knowledge I have to memorize and work with every single day? You bet I have good general knowledge. Certainly more than enough to beat a foreigner like you. If you're so confident, maybe we should make a bet. What do you have in mind? Let's say if I win, I'll get to go on a real date with you. No fitting me in during your break, no complaining about everything, and no acting as if you're doing me a favor, especially because it was you who wanted to meet me in the first place. And if I win, I'll have you come in sometime so I can run more tests on you. If that's what you want. Let's do this then. Since it was your idea, it's only fair that I start. So how does this work? Seems to be pretty simple. We take turns drawing cards and asking questions until we're both asked a number that we agree on beforehand. Whoever gets more right in the end wins. How many questions shall it be then? How about 5? Let's make it 3. I'm not sure how long this will take, and my break won't be for too long either. Alright, go ahead then. I saw mischief in her eyes, her stare piercing, paired with the hint of an arrogant smirk that exposed her anticipation. She seemed confident that she would win and loved every second of it. Slowly, her hand went over to the deck of cards and drew the topmost. Who is cited as one of our most important historians, his work spanning over 20 books, credited with mapping out our entire history since the beginning of sentience. That is... Seek this one. How could you even know something like that? You've only been here for what, a few days? Maybe you shouldn't underestimate me. Maybe. Let's see how you fare with your first question. Bring it. How far can you walk into the woods? Only until the middle. Anything after that and you're walking out of the woods again. You're right. That's a rather weird question though. The last time we played this game was June. Okay, well that's more than I thought. I thought it was April, so I suppose I read the right kind of books growing up. I know most of the trick questions. Let's see what the second question has in store for you, shall we? Alright, if there are 5 apples and you take away 3, how many do you have? I have 3. Guess you also know your trick questions. I like trivia, it's fun. Apparently so. Okay, here's your question. In which year of our timeline did we gain sentience? 0. The beginning of our timeline marks the event where we gain sentience. Right again, have you played this game before? It's a children's game. These questions aren't really a challenge. I'll just go ahead and draw the next card so we can end this. An adventurer who values his life has to choose between 3 rooms to cross. Which one of the following would be safest? 1. A room filled with poisonous gas. 2. A room filled with 100 highly trained assassins. 3. A room submerged in water filled with alligators that have not eaten in 8 months. None. That's right, all of the rooms are equally deadly. Alligators can go up to 2 years or more without food, making room 3 as deadly as the others. The other 2 rooms should not require any explanation. At least according to this card. To be honest, I think the answer's debatable. I think sentience actually applies to regular animals, not just intelligent ones like humans. Using it otherwise kind of bugs me. That's interesting. I didn't think about that before. Don't worry, I'll still count it as a right answer for you. No need to get your tail caught in a door about it. Looks like this is gonna be the last question. Just get it over with already. Punch the gators, punch the gators! What is the approximate acceleration speed of a nose-diving flyer? I'll have to think about that one for a minute. I was just kidding. I still could have calculated that. Okay, here's the real question. What is the only substance known to be lighter in its solid form compared to its liquid state? Water. Seems to be correct. Of course it is. Duh. So it's a very good idea to stop having the last one on the poll. Yeah, it is. Although, I do think I'm going to move Angels to Thursdays until we finish it, because I know we're not going to finish it tonight, especially because we're going through the whole game. So it's possible. I know I'm going to do it this Thursday at least, and then I'm going to make a decision about it, probably over the weekend. Well, it appears to me that our game has ended in a tie. What do you propose? I say we both get our rewards. After all, we each made a good effort to get them. It's fine with me. I won't have a spot in the facility to do the test for a while, though, so I suppose next time we meet, it'll be a date. Don't forget what I said earlier about what I expect from you on this date. You better be on your best behavior. I'll try. Thank you. In any case, I should head back to work. My break is just about over. See you soon, then? Of course. I'll make sure you deliver your part of the deal. See you soon. Yes! Success! Despite all odds, I managed to match her perfect score in the game we played. Even though my bet of forcing her to go on a proper date with me was more to get back at her for her earlier rudeness, I had not expected this outcome. I was not even sure what I expected from this meeting in the first place, but now I was locked into going on a date with her and being her own personal guinea pig. Whether anything good would come of this, I wasn't sure either. Woohoo! Date completed. None taken, McBall. I just know a lot of people like it, so... let's do... Do you want to do Bryce or Dean next? Either. Hang on, actually I want to check something. Sorry, I'm eating some pizza, I'm hungry. Sorry, wow, I took a bigger bite than I thought I did. I just wanted to see if it got me too impressed on the first date, and it does. Bryce, Bryce, Bryce! Guys, I love Bryce a lot. This is actually, well, do Bryce because his first date is amazing. Yes, it is, I agree. I'm probably gonna do all of Bryce's dates, I'm just saying. Because they're the best. Nom 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 nom. Once again, I found myself within the police department, which seemed oddly quiet for this time of day. It didn't take me long to spot Bryce in his office. Hey Diana, what's up? Nothing much, but you told me to contact you if I could remember anything that might help with the investigation. I actually never knew that status menu. Really? It's pretty cool. It keeps track of all the things that you've done, also, like, on the side. So it's very nice. So Ryan, what do you have for me? I'm not sure if it's worth mentioning, but I have known Reza for a couple of years, so I know some things about his personality. I see. Well, that's actually more helpful than you might think. Mannerisms, habits, all those kinds of things would be useful to add to his profile to get a better idea of him. Wow, Shogun. You know, I'm just about done here for the day, but if you want to discuss it over a beer or something, I'd be more than happy. Just one? I'll take 3. We'll see about that. Alright, let's go. Here we are. No, we're gonna do it. We're gonna do the date. Not too shabby, I have to admit. And just in time for happy hour. Do you come here often? Sometimes. I love him. Hey, you two, what can I bring you? Just the usual. One generic beer for the chief of police, sure thing. How about you, Diana? You and Bryce have something in common. We both adore beer. I'm much more of a cider type of girl. I don't actually like regular beer, but I love to drink. as my regulars know. Me too. Noted, I'll be right back. It wasn't long before the waiter returned with a drinking bowl as wide as it was tall, filled to the brim with a foam-topped dark amber liquid. Carefully, he set it down in front of Bryce, who didn't hesitate to take a big gulp. He brought one for me as well, providing a glass that seemed more appropriate for my kind. There you go, just call me if you need anything. Of course. So, what is it you wanted to tell me about Reza? There are a few things. I mean, they're probably not much, but anything might help, right? That's right. Anything unusual about him, anything that defines his character, stands out about him, could help us. How about you tell me what you know about him? Which made me mess up on this date twice. Yeah, it's a tough one if you aren't down for the idea of drinking. You're watching the joke answers for the dragon murder? Ah, I love that video. Can you, like, clip that for me? Because I kind of want it. Well, the earliest memory I have of him was when we both went to the same school. We only shared a few classes, though, and a couple friends. Overall, I'd say he was an above-average student. We didn't talk very often, but he was always very outspoken and never failed to speak up to make his opinions known. He was the kind of person I'd fully expect to become a politician one day, or at least an activist of some sort. It's the impression I got from him. He spoke a lot, but you could also always expect him to act on his word. Joy, how McBall's referring to the time last time we streamed this, I went for the bad ending, so I purposely messed up on the investigation by choosing every single wrong answer, and it's kind of the greatest thing ever. It's really dumb. Of course, his nature caused him to clash with others, sometimes even including the school staff, though his genuine enthusiasm also garnered praise from them. He was quite a character. After we all graduated, I didn't hear anything about him for a long time. Only some years later, after we found the portal, was I surprised to find out he was the human who would be sent to your world. He'd volunteered. It wasn't until I was already here that I actually met him again, however brief our interactions were. But then I already told you everything about what happened prior to the eventual scuffle with Maverick. There's only one thing that stands out to me about those events. In the restaurant, when he told me about the letter, he mentioned I would know how to read its secret message. I know he values the use of his own intellect, but when I received the letter later, he apparently fully expected me to remember a random chemistry class we had together years ago in order to see the message. I see, so you did not arrange this beforehand. Not at all. I had no idea. It's quite peculiar. I know. I still wonder what he would have told me if Maverick hadn't interfered when we met at the portal. We do as well, and you can believe that. It's hard to remember what the choices were. A lot of it is about repeatedly claiming that it was a suicide. How was Maverick even allowed to intercept his letter and read it? He could have easily done so since he was in charge of Reza and everything, but he totally shouldn't have. I mean, we wouldn't do anything of the sort with you. Everything he's done in regards to Reza has been a poor show of character. I suppose so. In any case, thanks for telling me all this. You never know when this kind of information could be useful. No problem. Just when I thought an awkward silence might set in, Bryce spotted the waiter and didn't hesitate to speak up. Hey waiter, bring me another. I hadn't noticed, but while I was talking, Bryce had been busy sipping on his drink. The empty bowl before him was proof of his proficiency, while I'd barely touched my own drink. Here you go. Bryce was just about to start in a second when he suddenly spoke up. You know what? Why don't we have ourselves a drinking contest? I'm in. That's what I like to hear. Heck yeah. Considering they don't even have cars, at least I won't have to worry about drinking and driving. The rules are simple. We both get around, and then we wait a few moments until the next one so the effects can kick in. Whoever gives up first loses. Let's burn some brain cells. And may whoever burns more wins. This is the true game of kings, I'm telling you. Alright, let's do this. He made a show of looking me in the eyes while he lowered his muzzle into the bowl before he started guzzling his drink noisily. It was gone in seconds. Certainly, this was going to be tough. My confidence faltered, but there was no turning back now. How did I think I could win in a drinking contest against a freaking dragon? Nevertheless, I grasped the drink, putting on the best show I could, while I tried to recreate Bryce's feat. After the first sip, however, I realized it was very different from any other beer I'd tried before, yet I persevered through the intense taste until the glass was empty. I probably wasn't as impressive as Bryce had just been a few moments earlier, but I couldn't afford to show any weakness. My plan was cut short, though. Oh my god! Purple Ink just subscribed! Oh, thank you so much! Purple Ink, that's really sweet of you. In the middle of a dragon drinking contest. Thank you so much. You don't know how much that means to me. Oh my god! Whoa! Oh my god, we're getting a raid! I hate technology! Why? Why on earth do you hate technology? Aegis really hates technology. Oh my lord. Twice stream broke? Oh no! I'm so sorry. But you came just in time for the dragon drinking contest, but before we continue with that, it is time for some countermeasures. So, let me pull those up really quick, and I will see you in a moment. Oh my god! Wait a minute! Twy, what are you doing? Whoa! Twy, thank you so much for the gift subs! That's so sweet. Joriho, Mighty Carrick, and Noel. Thank you so much for... Wow, this is a lot that's happening. I'm just trying to give you your countermeasures, man. Now we gotta listen to this song 3 times. This is what I get for having such a long... friggin' thing. Thank you so much, Twy. I'm sorry to hear about your stream issues, though. But I'm glad you're here now. You haven't missed much. We have, well, that's good. I'm glad you're happy about it. Sorry I'm not making any progress. I'm just waiting for this to die down so we can do the countermeasures. Before we keep going with our dragon drinking contest. You don't have an objection emote? Alright. Okay, we're good. Countermeasures, going.
break it down.
Think you can take me! Think you can take me! Don't forget me! Think you can take me!
Mercy, 'cause it feels so empty without me. I said this looks like a job for me, so everybody just follow me, 'cause we need a little controversy, 'cause it feels so empty.
Well, that was that. Yes, and just in case everyone forgot, Twilight King is the one that made those countermeasures, and they are awesome. My favorite thing ever. Alright, so, for those of you just joining us, we are playing Angels with Scaly Wings. Basic rundown to the plot at this point. We are going for the true ending tonight. The way this game is marketed is as Zero Escape meets Hatoful Boyfriend. You are a diplomat in the world of dragons. You are trying to obtain generators in return for human knowledge. And we are trying to track down the other human that came to this world because he killed someone. Sucks. I think that's everything that you need to know at this point. We have gone on a date with Anna, the scientist and Shogun Gundam's waifu. And now we are on a date with Bryce, the police chief. And we are having a drinking contest. I love him. Okay. Are we good? Did I miss anything important to the plot? I'm not sure. But I just want everyone to know we are playing through the whole game again. Usually you end up not going back due to the portal being wacky. Yeah, we came through a portal. That's what happened on that front. It's hard to briefly summarize this game. It's really difficult, especially when you get into the later bits. As I said on the glass, an unusually strong aftertaste hit me, causing me to make a face. How'd you like it? This is some really strong stuff. Or because murder, if I recall correctly. Not yet. Not yet, but soon, yeah. Well, I mean, there has been murder. I told ya. You better know beforehand how much you can take, or it'll hit you harder later on. Want to give up already? Heck no! As you wish. So, when's the next round starting? Soon enough. Do you feel it? Do you feel the buzz kicking in already? Don't lie to me. I can see it in your face. Unless that's blushing I see and not the alcohol. Wait, Funk! Oh my god! I forgot about that sketch. It's really funny. I'm not buzzed. Is that so? Oh my god, I love his winking face because he blushes and it's cute. Anyway, how do you like it here so far? I mean, compared to wherever it is that you came from. I'm having a drinking contest with a dragon. How could I not love this? We'll see how much you like it when I've drunk you under the table. I actually do get kind of red when I get drunk, so... Way to bring us another round. Coming right up. Here you go, having ourselves a little contest, are we? Yeah, Funk, can you post that sketch again, please? It might have spoilers, though, so for those of you... I think pretty much everyone here has seen it before. Not the sketch, the murder. You know how it goes. That I do. Be careful, Diana, he's a pro. Did you tweet it, Funk? I don't remember. Did I hear something about a contest? Oh my god, I forgot about this dragon! Maybe. Up to your old shenanigans, I see. It's pretty vague. Okay, I don't remember. Not that I would care, because we've played this game like 5 million times now. Now, don't spoil the fun. I don't go around telling people what you're up to, either. Point taken. Enjoy. Excuse me, what are you up to? Of course he wouldn't have challenged me if he wasn't confident he would win. Guess I'll just have to try my best. I went first last time, so it's your turn now. As I put the glass to my lips and started swallowing the dark amber liquid, I was struck by how much more difficult this round was compared to the first. Dang, you look hardcore as heck. One thing that always puzzled me about seasoned drinkers was the sheer amount of liquid they could ingest without issue. Keeping it down, however, was a much different question. I know, when does Zith ever come back? I don't even think. But this contest wasn't about keeping it down. There, your turn. Did I see you struggling there for a second? That's my tactic, making you think that I'm struggling, so you'll let your guard down. Roaring laughter erupted from the dragon as his paw struck the table, rattling the containers resting on it. Keep it up, kiddo. You still stand a chance if you can make me die of laughter. He's just a cameo, but he's one of the weirder designs. Aw, man! As for my turn, let me demonstrate. Once again, he consumed his drink, though his swigs were noticeably slower than before. His resolve was also fading, though not as fast as mine had, as he clearly held the advantage. Was there any way I could still turn this around? If only the best scene with Bryce came after the drinking contest. Which is why I think I have to do all of Bryce's states. I'm gonna do everyone once so that I can get everyone to impressed status. And then I'm probably gonna do Bryce's states because he's my favorite. There. Now let me ask you a question. Now you wanted to tell me all the stuff about Reza, but was that the only reason you wanted to meet with me? Maybe having a little fun doesn't hurt, right? Thought so. I won't disagree with that. Waiter, next round. Come in. Who's paying for this? Am I paying for this? There you go. Ipsum's technically a cameo. Lorem is weird. I would count Lorem as like a predominant side character because he's not a main character because he's not in the logo, but he's also, you can't call him like a cameo because he does have endings. In-game Diana needs to use getting drunk as an excuse to flirt non-stop with Bryce, you know. How are you holding up? Just fine, thanks for asking. If you say so, good luck. That's kind of actually how I talk when I'm drunk, so. Was it your turn, or is it my turn? It's yours. Alright. But now it was obvious that Brass was faltering, even though he was still faring much better than I was. He even had to take a break in the middle of his beer, unable to down it in one go. I like Lorem, though. Yeah, I like Lorem, too. Now it's yours. He was a lot heavier than me, and even though his bowls held far more liquid than my glasses, how did I think I'd stand a chance against him? When I picked up my glass, I didn't have feeling in my fingers anymore. I had to pause a few times, but in the end I made it, though I wasn't sure how much more I could take. I'm hoping to never meet drunk Diana. Oh, it's still on my phone. Yes, Funk! Oh, I can't wait to see it. I kind of forgot what it looks like. So, what do? We do now? Wait for you to throw up so I win? You wish. I can see her close. Just a question of time now, Sonny. Can I ask you a question? Go ahead. Oh, look, everything's getting blurry. Why are you so damn attractive? I just am. Got nothing more to say about that. Waiter, next round. There you are. Blearily, the dragon looked at me, seeming unable to focus. I could see he was hitting his limit, but so was I. Maybe if I just held out a little longer. Whose turn is it even? This is mine. It's my turn. Good. At this point, I had difficulties picking up my glass. I was about to give up, but I was sure if I held on just one more round, it'd be over. I could still win this. I had to wait a few moments after each sip in order to continue, but I did not give up until eventually the glass was empty. Wait, I want to see the picture. Hold on, sorry, we're stopping for a sec. I do remember this. It's such a good picture. You're removed, Chief. Do you like that? For the first time I could see something in his eyes other than his always present confidence. Was it disbelief or insecurity? I guess my feet caught him off guard as he seemed genuinely impressed. If nothing else, this showed me that even his own conviction was cracking now. I could totally win this. You're cute. I like you. I really do, but I sure as heck am not gonna let you win. He was struggling. It became more and more obvious as he tried to swallow the liquid in his bowl bit by bit. He stopped at one point, panting heavily. I considered taking a cheap shot at him, but as he had refrained from doing so during my turn, I wasn't going to start now. There. I was getting tired. I could hear Bryce's voice, but I couldn't make out the individual words anymore. I decided to rest my eyes just for a little bit. Hey, are you okay? You fell down. You look kind of messed up. If you think I'm giving up, you're mistaken. This isn't over. I can see that. Ready for another round, or do you give up? I don't remember what to do. It says either. I can say bring it on, or I know when I've had enough and it's now. So I'm not sure which one I should do. I want to say it's I know when to stop and it's now. I think I'm gonna do that one. Well done, kiddo. Didn't think you had it in you. You know, it was fun watching you all, but you both had enough for the evening. I think you better leave now. After you've come out from under the table, that is. No, I'm hiding. You can't see me. Alright, I'll be going then. Wait a minute. What? What is it? Maybe you should go with him, just to make sure he gets home safely and doesn't do anything stupid, you know? It's kind of an unspoken rule around here that whoever is his drinking buddy does so. When I looked over to him, I discovered that Bryce had passed out for the moment. This could prove difficult. If I have to... No, I'm fine. Thank you. Come on, let's get you home. He is still unconscious. Some pepper on his nose. Right, it'd be like smelling salt. We won! That was actually the salt, not the pepper. Let's try that again. What? Is that you, Diana? Where am I? And what'd you do to my nose? Did you shove something in there while I was out or something? We're still in the bar, and I just put some pepper in there to wake you up. It's the best you could come up with. I'm drunk. What did you expect? Oh, shut up. Come on, let's get you home, you big wuss. I awoke looking at an unfamiliar ceiling. For a moment I wondered where I was before the events of last night all came back to me. As I got up and looked around, I realized that I'd apparently slept on the floor. Where am I? This isn't my apartment. Oh, what a cutie! Guess I must have passed out after I got Bryce home. Hey, Bryce. Wake up, fatty! No. Good morning, sunshine. The dragon moved and let out a groan before he opened his eyes. Damn, my head. Why are you even here? I guess I must have passed out after I escorted you home. Alright, after our little game. Do you remember who won? I don't even know, but you stood your ground and I respect that. Oh wait, we're not drunk anymore. You didn't do anything funny while I was out, did you? The dragon rose from the couch with a nice morning stretch, rubbed his eyes, and then held his head high as he let out a grunt and a big yawn. Alright, you know what? I'm sorry. The whole contest thing was a stupid idea, and I shouldn't have suggested it, especially not to you. Bryce is so damn cute! I agree. It's not like you forced me to participate, so I suppose I share some of the blame. Let's just pretend the whole thing never happened. Deal. Maybe I'll invite you over some other time and show you there's more to the chief of police than getting drunk and passing out. But how are we going to find out who won if we aren't going to have a rematch? I'm I'm sure we'll think of something else that could measure our endurance. I moved all of your furniture 1 inch to the right. That distracted me more than the dirty line there. That's pretty impressive. Oh my god. Enlightenment. No, that's it? We don't have any more? Just that one? Okay. I read the whole article about the cards earlier, and it was really interesting. So it turns out you've seen this before. We're not gonna do that. No, don't skip. So you wish. Another day, another morning. I woke from dreams filled with fire and smoke. The sun shining through the window gave me a comforting sense of familiarity, despite the portal in the distance reminding me of my purpose here. I looked towards the horizon, my view undisturbed by dividing walls. The light of the morning sun was painting the sky with golden hues, a view that had almost become a rarity back home. It evoked a feeling of freedom and openness that was almost scary to me. I've seen plushies of Remy and Anna that someone made. I want them. While I got ready for the day, my thoughts strayed to the people I knew back home. I couldn't help but wonder how they were doing. But I had greater things to worry about at the moment, like Reza, murders, and generators. How much danger was I in, really? Ding dong. Hey, Bryce, isn't it a little early for a rematch? I'd agree with you, but that's not why I'm here. Today's agenda isn't nearly as exciting or fun. Well, what is it? Just some good old-fashioned police work, and we're counting on your help again. Sure, sign me up. Great. Aw, McFall. We obtained a list of places Reza visited in the days before he vanished. We'll check those out, maybe find a lead, and you might help us understand his motivations or give us some context to his actions. Can certainly try. I'm sure you'll do a great job. That is reassuring. You ready to go? Sure, let's go. There's a couple places we can check out. Let's see where we should go first. While Bryce focused on his list, I saw someone approach out of the corner of my eye. A closer look revealed that it was Sebastian, waving his arms in an attempt to get our attention as he ran towards us, his face grave. There you are, Chief. I was looking for you. What are you doing here? Don't tell me there's another dead person. Sorry, Chief, there is. Damn, guess it's gonna be one of those days. Yep, looks that way. Someone else can take care of that today, though. We got other plans. You'll need to sign off on a few things at least. I know. We'll go to the crime scene, sign a few forms, and then we're out. When we arrived at the scene, I saw the poor victim next to one of the houses. The obligatory sheet that was draped over him provided a modicum of discretion, but did nothing to hide the crime that occurred. Alright, give me the story. It's an interesting one, that's for sure. The wounds match that of the last victim, so a similar, if not identical, murder weapon is likely. The victim, maintenance person for the area, and the electricity is out. The power goes out, maintenance guy shows up, and is killed before he can fix the problem. At least that's my theory. So the power for the whole block is still out? That's correct. We should get that fixed as soon as possible. We don't need civilians showing up around here complaining about sitting in the dark. Good point. Bryce's snout wrinkled with distaste as he glanced over Sebastian's shoulder. Damn, not again. What is it? What are you doing here, Maverick? Second victim, huh? This is an official investigation, so you better not cross that police line. Shunned by my own colleagues. This is ridiculous. You know how it is. Rules are rules. Without rules, murders like this one would be allowed to happen and go unpunished. Ugh, have your fun without me, then. Bye! Mav's also big old rock, he is. What do you think he wanted here, Chief? One's easy to do his own investigation, just like he said he would. I shouldn't be surprised he showed up, but I guess we're lucky we arrived before he did. I agree. We better check out that power outage now. Of course. I think the door to the maintenance room is right around here. And exploring. You got your flashlight, Seb? Always, Chief. You should go first then, I don't have my stuff here. Besides, putting on that head mount is such a hassle. I remember, you complain about that every time it comes up. That's kind of a shitty flashlight. That should do the trick. You just stay behind me, Diana, alright? Okay. God, I hate stairs, especially those made for smaller dragons like you. Trust me, having it the other way around isn't too great either. I dislike all kinds of stairs. I just dislike all kinds of stairs, period. That's what I'm talking about. I hate stairs. That kind of reminds me when we found that underground base or whatever it was. Remember, Chief? How could I not? It wasn't that long ago. Underground base? Yeah, the portal wasn't the only piece of ancient technology we found. There was also this whole lab near it. Seemed to have some high-tech stuff in there. At least that place didn't have as many stairs. Wait, so you not only found the portal, but a whole facility along with it? Yes, but we're not sure how much the two are actually related. We spent all that time studying the portal and barely got anywhere with it. This stuff is just beyond what we know. Here we are. Alright, bottom of the stairs. Oh. How do dragons operate doorknobs? Like the ones that have to walk on 4 legs. That's kind of weird. Didn't think about that. So, what exactly are we looking for? Whatever's causing the power outage. If we don't find the cause, we should at least be able to get the backup running. Looks like the generator's gone. Mystery solved. The sound of creaking metal penetrated the stillness of the room. Ah! I looked toward the source of the noise as it grew louder, and in the next instant I was pushed sideways and fell to the ground, just barely avoiding the giant light fixture that fell from the ceiling and shattered into countless pieces alongside me. Dana, are you alright? Next thing I saw was a hooded figure standing above me, barely visible against the darkness that permeated the room. Hi. They use their mouths, which is really gross, but not illegal. Ding! The figure crouched down next to me, its mask hovering right in front of my face. Merely a whisper reached my ears when it spoke. Be careful, Diana. Then the figure dashed towards the stairs. Where are you going? That's not me! Don't move! She's going up the stairs! I'm on it. I like how I said she there. Didn't see that chair coming. I can't see a damn thing in here. Here, Chief. I hate these stupid stairs! You're blocking the way! Just go around me! There's no room, you're as wide as the stairs are! I can't help it! Damn it, we'll never catch him now. Curses! By the time we found our way back up, the mysterious figure was nowhere to be found. We got a long search ahead of us, and with a head start like that, there might be no end to it. We have to take our chances as long as we still can. Except that chance is growing smaller and smaller while we wait for the team to arrive. What even happened down there? Imagine the reaction if Cloaky McMaskface didn't save you. Fuck, they're dead. Right, Diana, tell us everything in as much detail as you can. There wasn't much to it. I heard a noise, I looked up, the light fixture came down, then someone pushed me. You mean Reza? I guess so. What do you mean? Didn't you see him? Whoever it was wearing a mask. It bloody well can't be someone else, so let's not kid ourselves here. Wait a minute. When we were down there, didn't you refer to him as she? Did I? I don't know. Maybe you just heard it wrong. Da-na-da-na. Maybe. Why would he wear that whole getup, though? As some sort of camouflage? Good point. This whole thing doesn't make any sense. Let's take a step back and look at the bigger picture. Your earlier theory about what happened was pretty sound, Sebastian. Let's go with that and add the bit about the generator being stolen. I wish you could say I told you so after finding out their true identity. I know, me too. So now the question is, who has motive for stealing the generator? Well, Reza. Right? Who else would need to steal a generator when those who live here could either buy or even simply request one? Not to mention, Reza was the one who arranged the diplomatic trade for generators in the first place. I can't deny the fact that your generators are pretty important to us, but resorting to murder? We all saw the human figure running away. Why would he have stayed here if he stole it? Why would he remain here if he's the one who stole it? The generator was already gone when we got here, and the person in question wasn't carrying it either. Perhaps this is a case where the criminal has returned to the crime scene. For this kind of crime, I'd say no, but who knows? Maybe our rules just don't apply anymore. What do you mean? No offense, but ever since these two humans arrived, there have been a lot of strange things going on. This place used to be a quiet town. So you think it was Reza? Honestly, things aren't looking great for him right now. It's still our top priority to find him, but after what we've seen here today, I'm not sure what will happen when we do. I just don't want to give you any false hope, you know? I see. Maybe we should just focus on finding him and point fingers later. That was my phone going to the floor. Whoops! Agreed. The police team will be here any minute now. You don't have to get involved with the search, but that doesn't mean you can't help us. What do you want me to do? We still have the list of places we were going to check out, remember? We can't go now. The search takes priority. Of course, we'll still check those places after we're done here, but if you can go on your own, you could speed up the process. You can even find a lead for us, who knows? Sure thing. Alright, we're going to do this section, and I think we might stop for the night, because my voice is getting tired, and I also have a little bit of work I need to do for tomorrow. But we're going to do this section first. Here's the list. Considering your status, you shouldn't have any trouble in these places, but if anything happens, call me, and I'll check up on you later. Wait a minute, you mean I'm going all by myself? All of us are going to be busy with the search. We can't really afford to spare someone right now. You'll be fine. Aren't you worried I'll do something fishy? I mean, isn't that why Reza and I were assigned police escorts in the first place? Are we going to raid? Possibly. I'm not sure who's streaming. I can't see right now. Well, I can't raid Mark because he's streaming Danganronpa, so maybe Farron. I don't know. We'll decide in a bit. Why? Do you have a good raid message? Is that what you're thinking? I already know where you're going, and besides, I trust you. If you were in cahoots with Reza, you would have run off with him when you had the chance. Good point. I see the team approaching. Guess you should get going. Alright, see you later then. Good luck. It was a relief to leave the crime scene, considering all that had happened. When I reached into my pocket to take a look at the list, however, I found something unexpected. It was a small piece of paper with the word Tatsu written on it. How did it get there? Sorry, my mom is texting me about this weekend. Yep. My earlier encounter with the masked person was the only time today someone was close enough to smuggle something into my pocket. I figured if someone like Bryce tried to do something like that, I definitely would have noticed. After traffic. Okay. As for Tatsu, the only related thing I could think of was Tatsu Park, which I come across when I went to the police station the other day. Even if that park was the place the mysterious paper referred to, I didn't know if it was actually a good idea to visit. The masked person may have saved me from the falling light fixture, but if it was Reza, it would mean following someone who was also the prime suspect of 2 murders. I also had to consider the list of places Reza had been to. A local grocery store, the production facility we'd visited, and the library were the 3 places closest to here. Certainly was going to be a busy day, and I knew I wouldn't have time to visit all of them. Well, we do have a tradition at this point of going to the grocery store, just so we can do the thing. Enter the store, the sound of a bell alerting the staff to my arrival, seeing the patrons browsing the shelves, neatly stocked with wares of not nearly stocked with wares of all kinds, evoked some feelings of nostalgia and normalcy to me. I love that I read that Tatsu is actually a word that means dragon, so the park is Dragon Park. I did not know that, but that would make sense. This must be the store Reyes has been shopping at. Hello! Hi, how are you, good sir? Who is he talking to? Whoops. Clicked out of my window. Hey, I think I've seen her before. I'm sorry, but this prescription has expired. I can't fill it like this. You need to tell your parents to visit the doctor so we can write you a new one. Aww. Wait, my favorite line in the game is coming up. Why do you think I come here every time? It's my favorite too. She turned around, nearly running into me when she suddenly bolted towards the door. Hello, Diana. How can I help you? Wait, aren't you the bartender from the other day? That I am. Did you have fun that evening? Yeah, got some interesting drinks, if I do say so myself. Did you enjoy what you tried? You haven't even experienced a fraction of what I have to offer. Is that a challenge? More of an invitation, really. You can come by anytime if you're interested in seeing what else I have in store. That could be construed as vaguely dirty. I mean, what? Thanks, I'll keep that in mind. Anyway, how can I help you? Who is that? It's Vara. Some of the poses could be a bit weird. Remember Reza coming here? Came here more than once, been in pretty regularly. Interesting. Sorry, I got distracted and wasn't reading. You can look up his purchases if you'd like. That'd be really helpful. Shouldn't be too hard, just give me a second. I watched him carefully navigate the register's buttons, soon followed by the sound of the attached printer. Here you go, receipts from all his purchases. Well, that was easy. Since our government takes care of all his purchases, they're filed separately. It was simple to pull them up. Looks like he bought mostly food and snacks, sometimes magazines, but why was he buying lemons every single time? Can't say that I didn't notice, but I figured it was just a human thing. Strange. In any case, that was more information than I expected. You have my thanks. It is Zong. Isn't this Zong? Is it not? Because that's what I thought it was. He is, right? You're welcome. Just browsing. We only need to look down one aisle. Everything from food supplements to skincare and even birth control. The variance in product sizes is astounding, especially when talking about the birth control. I think these ones could fit on my arm. Ah, the best line. Alright. We can leave now. That's it. I suppose that's all I can do here. I've got some more time left. Let's go to the production facility. Let's go see Anna for Shogun. Reza was allegedly here at some point. It's not like I was here with him or anything, but he was allegedly here at some point. Maybe I should ask Anna. Knock knock! Hello? Oh. Bang bang! He does look a lot different between the two outfits. He really does, I agree. Anybody here? Ah, you. Sassy boy. Can I help you? I was just looking for Anna. This is her lab, right? Why don't I ever get any recognition? This is my lab as much as it's hers. Either way, Anna's not here. Would that be all? Since you work here, maybe you could help me instead. I laugh every time the Dragon Birth Control. Why do you think I do it every time? Because I laugh too, it's funny. Oh, of course, your precious Anna's in here, so you have to settle for me. I see how it is. Wow, you're just a salty snake boy. It's not what I meant. It freaks me out that he doesn't have ears. Of course, let's just get this over with. You could start by telling me who you are. Here's the short version. My name is Damien. I work in this facility, and I'm unfortunate enough to live the nightmare of having to deal with Anna on a daily basis. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you, too. And you are? You don't know who I am? Of course I know who you are, but your assumption validated the point I was going to make. You see, this whole thing about you coming here has been blown out of proportion. Like it's some huge event that everyone should be celebrating. Newsflash, not everyone cares. Once both of you are gone, life will return to normal and we can all go back to what we actually should be doing. Ah! Who dat? Zeno! Dang and Monocles just subscribed for 5 months in a row. Wow, thank you so much for 5 whole months in a row. Is this A dragon dating sim? You bet it is. Have you never been to a Angels with Scaly Wings stream before? It is a dragon dating sim. It's excellent. Welcome to the stream. Imagine a lot of it has to do with those human myths you have. Oh. I was into my OBS because I was reading Xeno's name. I can only reiterate, not everyone cares. What exactly did you want again? Has Reza been here? Do you know anything about Reza's visits to this facility? It's less of a dragon dating sim. Okay, but it's also a dragon dating sim. Huh. Probably not, in that case. Seen him a few times. He'll come by to ask about the progress of the generators. There was this one time when Anna told him she'd have news, but when he came over, she just wanted to run some tests on him. Glass him! Did he go through with it? No, he wanted some compensation, I suppose. Nothing she could offer satisfied him, however, and that was that. How long have you known Anna? Why do you care about that? Maybe I want to find out what kind of person she is. You might have an idea. I'll put it this way, I've known her far too long. Damien deserves to be water bottled. He's kind of a jerk. What kind of research is Anna doing? Cancer research. She thinks she can cure it, but she's out of her mind. Is that such a bad thing? The way she does it? Yes. She's wasting resources that could be better spent on projects with an actual chance of success. Alright, what about you? Right now, guess who got tasked with running all those tests on your blood? You did? That's right. While she goes out and does whatever the heck she wants, I get to keep an eye on the experiment. Any interesting results? Not just yet, but soon we'll know more about your body than you do. Great. That's all. Thanks for your help. Yeah. Bye. The afternoon wow. The afternoon sun hung low in the sky, and I decided it was time to report my findings to the police. A brief call to the department, and I was on my way to an appointment with Sebastian. No, we're gonna do it. Nope. Not sure how my findings will help, but at least I have something. Look who we have here. Donna! I turned around to see Maverick. His intense gaze confirmed that there was no one else his words could have been directed at. Even with the civilians passing by in the background, I suddenly felt very alone. What do you want from me? Answers. Okay, then start talking. Just tell me one thing. Why? What is your goal in all of this? Why even come here? You know why. No, that won't do. That's simply not true. You know it, and I know it. I just don't get why you can't be honest with me, even when you know no one else is listening. You know I can't touch you. If I did, it would be over for me. He recovered quick. At least as long as I don't have any proof. In the end, what difference does it make if I know? No one's going to believe me anyway. Do you wish to kill me too, like Reza? I would never do such a thing. Is that so? Tell me, why would an ambassador need such a dangerous tool in the first place? I know you claimed not to have one of those things Reza injured me with, and you didn't have any when they searched you, but I guess it's way too late for safety precautions at this point. You could have hidden one anywhere. I think I'm hurt, you know. Isn't Maverick kind of the Gravile of the series? He kind of is. But even worse than that was getting thrown aside by Bryce. I trust him, but after what happened, he doesn't trust me anymore. Now there's only you, the mythical, the special, the new. How much I wish I could make him see what I see. I could have saved the world with what I did that day, and it still wouldn't matter when no one believes me, just because I don't have any proof. But I won't stop until I find some. And when I do, I'm gonna be a damn hero. Alright, bye! Good talk! Love you! See ya! Bye, Mavers! And with that, he was gone. On the way to the police station, Maverick's words kept finding their way back to my mind. I couldn't decide how to feel about them. Did Maverick get fired? No, he's just on mandatory sick leave. So like technically kinda. But like Bryce is forcing him to not work, which is why he's all mad. Also because no one's listening to him. I wasn't even sure it was worth mentioning to the police since all he did was make vague accusations. Hey, you go get those time gears. It wasn't anything substantial enough to be considered a threat. However, his actions were growing more calculated, and he seemed very sure of himself. I wondered about what this could amount to. But that wasn't the problem in hand. Hey, Diana. Hey, dude. Hey, Sebastian. I thought I'd meet you at the front desk. What are we doing in Bryce's office? He does have a nice office, doesn't he? And the chairs are comfy. Is that the only reason we're in here? The dragon gave a brief chuckle. Let's just say that any information pertaining to this case is important enough to warrant some privacy. Mad as a big salt rock. I see. Will Bryce be here anytime soon? Not, asking for a friend? I don't think so. He's still outside looking for Reza. He's not the kind of person who gives up easily. That sounds like him. That's Bryce for you. Once he sets his mind on something, he sees it through to the end. That's why he's our chief. He gets things done. At this rate, it doesn't look like we'll find him today. He could be anywhere. Long gone, beyond our reach. What do you think? To be honest, I don't know. I have no idea what he's doing or what his plan is, really. I wonder what will happen to our trade agreement now, considering Reza's still missing, the murders, and the stolen generator. If Reza really is the murderer, then don't do that. What? Worry. You don't know what's at stake here. People are dead, Diana. Do you think I don't know that? Reza may be our prime suspect, but he's also a missing person. For all we know, he could be a victim. Maybe someone's making him do this. My point is, we don't know the facts yet. What we need to do is find him and find the murderer. We'll find Reza and go from there. We'll figure it out. Thanks, Sebastian. Anyway, you said you had some information for us, so what did you find? Well, people aren't dead. Dragons are. Ooh. The receipts you got are interesting. There might be something more to them, or they could just be a useless record of his eating habits. You never know what you might find out about a person, their habits, or their plans this way. I'm not sure if there's anything special about Anna wanting Reza's blood. I mean, she's a scientist, so it's natural she'd be interested in something like that. We'll have to talk to her about it, though. Maybe she has some more details for us. Well done, Diana. That gives us some solid points from which we can continue our investigation. Yes! In any case, thanks for your help. We really do appreciate it. You're welcome. That should be all then. Since Bryce still hasn't come back, I assume the search is still going on, and I better get out there to help him. Guess it's gonna be a long day. Can you find your way back to your apartment? Of course. Alright, I'll see you later. Good luck. Finally, some free time. Whatever am I going to do? Looks like there are some messages on the answering machine. Let's see. Hey, I was just thinking about last time. I know we got a little blackout drunk, but I still thought that was kind of fun. I think you had some fun too, but I also want to show you there's more to me than that. So I was just wondering if you wanted to come over and just like hang out and relax, you know? We only get to see each other when things are all serious, and I bet it's rough for you with everything that's going on. I figured you might want to get away from that a little. Anyway, if you want to drop by at any time, my door's open, buddy. Don't friend zone me, bruh. Considering what happened last time, entering the literal dragon's den could either turn out really well or suck. I just wanted to update you. I still don't have an open spot in the facility for your tests, but I'll be free if you wanted to cash in your reward. You know I'm busy, so this is your chance for your date if you even still want to go through with it. Take it or leave it, I don't care either way. In any case, you know where to find me. I guess the choice is mine. Alright. See, we can meet with Zong now. Okay. I'm sorry to do this, but I think I'm gonna have to end it here. It's been about 2 hours. My voice is starting to hurt because it's been a lot of reading, and I have a little bit of work to do before class tomorrow. So, do we want to raid? Do we have any? I'm giving you a couple minutes to come up with raid messages. It looks like the only one active right now that I would want to raid. I would raid Mark, but he's playing Danganronpa, so I can't, because I don't want spoilers. We could raid Farron, or we could just not raid tonight and then save our raiding. Wow, okay, I have the hiccups now, so it's probably good that I'm stopping. The dragons are back. I think I'm gonna save the raid for Thursday. We will continue with this on Thursday. Just so you guys know, at our usual stream time, which is 5:30, on Pacific on Thursdays, we will continue with this. You vote Farron? Okay, we can raid Farron. And we'll do this on Thursday, and then Friday we will have Pokemon, probably. I'll be at home, but I think my family will be out. So we can do some good old-fashioned Pokemon Emerald randomizer, to get that done. So, with that, thank you guys so much for watching. We'll do the dragons are back as our raid message, for Fahrenheit's, and we'll see you guys on Thursday. Wow, I didn't turn my lights on before the stream, and now I can't see my keyboard. Heights. Alright. Thank you guys so much, and I will see you all on Thursday.